Hey, what up folks? This is Ed with Memify Gaming again with another video about Marvel's Spider-Man for PS4. I don't know about you, but when I saw the first trailer for the game, I didn't really know who Mr. Negative was. He looked like a cool villain, but didn't really know who he was or why he would be the main villain for this game. So of course, I did some digging and found out about his backstory and how he came to be Mr. Negative. So in this video, we'll be going over why this is important and how there could be a big plot twist to the game. So let's get started. So who is Mr. Negative? Who was he before becoming an evil person? Well, his real name is actually Martin Lee, and well, he was still pretty evil even before. He was an illegal immigrant coming from China who was looking to start a new life. At least that's what his story is. But the true story is that he was actually a smuggler from China. He was a member of the Snakeheads gang from China, which was involved in human trafficking. And on one of their human trafficking trips, they encountered a big storm which led them to crash into the shores of New York. Only one man survived, and of course, this was Martin Lee. However, what people didn't know was that he actually had stolen the identity of one of the slaves right before crashing into New York. So we don't really know his real name. We just know the name that he stole, Martin Lee. Anyways, after he tries to contact other snakeheads in New York, he gets captured by Silvermane from the Magia, a criminal organization running Chinatown. Martin Lee then gets delivered himself to Dr. Simon Marshall, a chemist who was experimenting with a synthetic drug called D-Light. And of course, like most backstories, this drug killed most people except this guy, and actually two others that came to be known as Cloak and Dagger. What's crazy is that this drug was actually not of human origin. It was actually created by a demon called D-Spire. Now this is where it gets into his abilities and what he can do. Now this D-Spire guy can cause fear and despair using illusions and actually feeds off negative emotions. So basically what this guy feeds off of is what the drug causes in humans. So could he be the mastermind behind the new Spider-Man game? Maybe. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, right? Anyways, Martin Lee now has these abilities that are very similar to this demon guy. However, unlike this demon, he has two sides to his abilities. He can either bring out the evil in people or the good. He can either heal people or corrupt them. And we actually see several examples of him healing people in the comics. One of them being Eddie Brock, aka the host for Venom. This dude was dying from cancer. However, Martin Lee heals him, thus creating the anti-Venom. I'm not sure if we'll see this guy in the game, but it would be pretty cool if we see the anti-Venom in it. We also see the good side of him as being Martin Lee, the philanthropist who runs a volunteer soup kitchen called Feast, where eventually May Parker, Spider-Man's grandma, ends up volunteering. That's gonna be very interesting. Leave the grandma alone, Martin. The interesting part is his dark side. One of the abilities he has as Mr. Negative is related to his touch. He can not only change people's personalities, making them evil, but can also control them and make them serve his interests. In the trailer, we see him actually touching Spider-Man. Would that mean that Spider-Man might get controlled by this Mr. Negative dude? We also know that Miles Morales is in the game, so maybe that's when you get to play as Miles Morales and try to help Peter come back to the good side. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So with his Dark Force, he actually does several other things. It gives him superhuman strength, superhuman reflexes, and he can also use this Dark Force to essentially cloak any weapon with his power, making them more stronger and more durable. He is also often accompanied by his thugs, known as his inner demons. These guys use high-tech electrified versions of swords, knuckles, and various other oriental weaponry. The thing with these guys is that they are immortal. Mr. Negative has empowered them with enhanced strength, reflexes, agility, and the ability to regenerate from even the most lethal wounds. So you can slice these guys up however you want and they would just keep coming back. So what's this Negative Nancy's goal anyways? Like we mentioned earlier, he was taken and experimented on by the Magia. So once he broke free from them, his goal was to make them extinct for doing what they did to him, and of course, also become the new kingpin in town. So that's Mr. Negative's backstory and info on his abilities. I hope this helps you understand what his role will be in the game and how he might play a huge role in not only Spider-Man's life, but also Peter Parker's. Please let me know what you guys thought of this video in the comments below. Also, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for further updates. I'll definitely be covering E3 Spider-Man announcements here, so keep that in mind. And again, this is Ed with Memify Gaming, reminding you guys to keep calm and keep on gaming.